Assalamualaikum. I'm Isbin Kamal Zaman. I will talk about the impact of COVID-19 on Malaysia's airline industry. As we all know, airlines are the worst affected transport companies due to COVID-19. Since the introduction of Movement Control Order on 18 March, airlines nationwide have had to stop operating. This makes the airlines suffer huge losses because there are no more people using their service. According to Transport Minister Datuk Seri Wee Ka Siong, Malaysia's aviation industry is projected to lose RM 15 billion this year as air travel continues to face travel restriction. This includes 10.9 billion those from Malaysia-based airlines, which are Malaysia Airlines, AirAsia Group, and Malindo Airways, and another 2.1 billion from airport operators, including Malaysia Airport Holdings and Senai Airport Terminal Services. That's all. Thank you.
Next, since COVID-19 hit Malaysia, there have been various sectors affected. Therefore, the government has also intervened to implement the Movement Control Order, which began on March 18, 2020, to control the spread of this virus from continuing to spread. Among the sectors affected are the transport sector in Malaysia, especially in tourism. Boats are one of the means of the transportation affected by this infection. Hence, there are various effects because of this epidemic. For example, many shipbuilding industries suffered losses because they should postpone or stop operating to perform activities on board. Apart from that, many employees had to be laid off to reduce the company's burden to pay each employee's salary. Thus, it will further increase the number of unemployed in Malaysia. Because of that, we should be a responsible society by following the instructions by the government so that our country will be free from this COVID-19 epidemic. Thank you very much.
Next, impact of COVID-19 pandemic on transportation segment Malaysia. Grab Malaysia is shifting its focus to empower Malaysia, small traditional business embrace within the digital economy to establish a sustainable economic ecosystem. As the nation contend with the COVID-19 pandemic, the Movement Control Order (MCO), Grab Malaysia country that considering the situation as a result of COVID-19 and MCO, is it important for the nation to adapt and innovate to establish a sustainable economic ecosystem. Grab Malaysia decide to focus on helping its community of merchants thrive by growing their demand and in doing so, creating income for thousands of delivery partner. COVID-19 has taught us the importance of being adaptable to embrace change. Therefore, we bring to continue working with the government on more sustainable work, uh, on more sustainable effort to make a digital economy and more viable, contributing pillar in the nation economy. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Very good morning. I'm Ahmad Muhammad bin Abdul Ghaffar from DHUM student. Today I will talk about tricycle. A rickshaw is a three-wheel vehicle that comes from Lanka. Tricycle in Malaysia is in written record start in Singapore in 1914 when 15 tricycle introduced as the Tamat Uptown tricycle. This rickshaw has a pedal on the passenger side. There are also rickshaw model with the pedestrian in the back or in the front of passenger. The roof is also installed to provide shade to the passenger. However, it is found to be difficult to control through a narrow and windy road compared to the man-made Lanka. Because of that, the first batch of rickshaw in 1914 was later sold and brought to Java. It was also in the late 1920s the rickshaw were reintroduced in Singapore and their usage increased with the arrival of Chinese migrants from the rickshaw delivery provide a good income. For now, Because of the pandemic COVID-19, rickshaw transport was temporarily halted due to the lack of demand for rickshaw transport. However, the government has taken the initiative to provide Rm 100 ringgit to all the rickshaw riders every month, and this will ease the burden. Thank you.
Hello and good morning everyone. My name is Idul Muhammad Hazim bin Muhammad Taha from the HUM student. Today, I would like to present about the impact of COVID-19 on the transportation of the transport sector. Firstly, sector affected by the cancellation of booking, contributing to the economic downturn in the service sector. Besides that, workers lost their source of income because the public who use public transport was too few compared to before COVID-19. Next, the sector of workers and consumer were directed to leave because they face restriction on movement and contribute to weak demand and spending. Finally, with the closure of this operation, Malaysia is facing problems such as the economy and finance. Thank you.
Today I will explain about impact on city bus traffic service of the COVID-19 pandemic. Firstly, the COVID-19 pandemic leads to restriction on activity and mobility in many parts of the world. After the main peak of the crisis, restrictions were gradually removed, returning to a new normal situation. This process has impacted urban mobility. The limited information on the new normal situation shows change that can be permanent or reversible. The impact on the diverse urban transport modes varies. This student analyze the change in transit ridership by line, the use of the stops, the main origin destination flows, changes in transit supply, operation time and reliability of the city bus network of a pandemic. It is based on data from automatic vehicle location, bus stop boarding, a smart card use. Data from the first half of 2020 will compare the similar data in 2017 until 2019, defining acceptable baseline for each analysis to evolve seasonal and day of week effect. The impact on the transit ridership during the lockdown process was more significant than on the general traffic in the new normal situation. The general traffic and the big system recover and higher percentage of their previous use than the bus system. This impact are not uniform across the bus network. Thank you.